Alright, for fear of, or I guess against my better judgment, I'm going to make this video. I have said little to nothing about my truck on, or our vehicles in general, on my channel. But seeing how today is just one of those days where you just want to be inside, and plus the impending cold weather, I'm going to change the batteries preemptively on my truck. So it is a 2013 F-250. I bought it brand new in April of 2013. It's been a great vehicle. It's got 128,000 some odd miles on it. So I mean, absolutely love it. Don't need any comments, because what I found is you start talking about vehicles and people just lose their collective minds for some reason. But mostly I just wanted to kind of talk about batteries in general. Batteries, since it's the 6.7 liter Power Stroke, it's got two batteries. These are original batteries. Went out after work the other day, and truck was a little slow to crank at -5 after you've been sitting in the parking lot all day, and with -30 in the forecast for this week, degrees Fahrenheit, I figured it would be a good move to go ahead and change the batteries out. When I bought these batteries, I had a couple other batteries sitting around, so I threw those cores in there so I can keep these around. I can probably get some life out of them for other projects, stuff like that, so I figured that was a good move to make. But anyway, I replaced them with Autocraft Gold batteries. I mean, you can... batteries are batteries. You go for the ones with the best warranty in my book. 850 cold cranking amps. Original batteries were 750. Looked at the Platinum, the AGM batteries. Those seemed pretty interesting, but they only had one in stock. So, and I'm going to replace both of them. And I'm just not interested in a 24-month battery. I hate changing batteries to begin with. I just hate changing batteries. Back when I had before this truck, I had a 2001 7.3 liter Power Stroke. Loved the truck, hated the electrical system. I swear that truck ate batteries like nobody's business. I fully expected this one to, but so far it has not. But let me get set up and we'll just replace these batteries, and I'll kind of tell you a little bit about the truck while I'm doing that. And just to show you what it's like outside right now, I've got some stuff stacked in front of the door, mostly keep the snow out. But there's outside. We're supposed to get about 6 inches of snow. Sorry for the dirty glass. Today and tonight, and then I'll have to move all that and kind of go from there. So let me get set up and we'll change these batteries. Alright, hopefully you can see that. I'll try to stay out of the light. Unfortunately, when we installed these lights, I didn't install them quite far enough forward to get light on the engine here. So I'm just going to do these one at a time. That way I don't lose everything that's in the truck. Like I said, this is the first time I've done this, so these connections are all nice and clean. Somebody's going to tell me I'm doing this all wrong, I'm sure. In fact, I'm positive, but that's okay. Oh, gotta take that off first. It was fine. That's easy. So a little bit about this truck. Like I said, it's a 2013. We've owned it since it had, I think it had 19 miles on it when I bought it. And I did look at the odometer. We're right at 128,000, like 50 or something like that. It's been a great vehicle. That didn't sound good. It has served us well so far. It's done everything that we've needed it to do. It's pulled great. Of those 128,000 miles, approximately 25,000 of those are with the trailer. It's been to 20, close to 30 states. I can't exactly remember how many states, but it's been to the East Coast, it's been to the Southeast, it's been to Texas, it's been to Montana, and pretty much every state in between. Like I said, it's just been a great vehicle. Only had 2 real problems with it to speak of. Let me go get a screwdriver. When it was under warranty, no, we had 3 problems with it. When it was under warranty, it had an exhaust sensor go bad. That was easy enough to fix. Like I said, it was under warranty. That was right at like 70,000 miles, something like that. The only other problem that we've had with it, or the only 2 other problems, is the diesel exhaust fluid heater went bad. That went bad about a year ago, I guess. So that was certainly disappointing. That was $500 to fix. No, $600 to fix. I probably could have fixed it myself, but I wasn't in the mood to do that, so I didn't fix it myself. And then let me see if I can get this battery out here. And the other problem we've had with it is had to replace the radiator, and did that at 112,000, something like that. Pretty common for these trucks to have the radiator replaced. Mine actually made it considerably longer than others, so that's I'm kind of happy about. Let me figure out what's going on here with this. Ah, there we go. It was this little part kept getting stuck in there. It needs to be squeezed closed a little bit. But overall, I mean, this truck's been a really nice truck. My goal is to have it until 2023. That's just my personal goal. It should have 250,000 miles on it at that time, and at which point I'll get a new one. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. Let me put the pad around the other battery and or the new battery, and we'll get it put in. Alright, new battery. See if we can get in here without causing any major trouble. And we'll get our holder put on. Like so. And a nut put on it. That way it doesn't fall and disappear again. And if anybody asks, or I know somebody will ask, I do not have a favorite brand per se. When I bought this truck, I was replacing a 2001 F350 single cab Power Stroke. It was just time for that truck to go. It only had like 130,000 miles on it, but they were a pretty hard 130,000 miles. because I had that truck when I was in college, and as you can imagine, the college age me was a whole lot harder on stuff than an adult me. So it was time for that truck to go. It was a nice truck, but just time. And then can't remember where I was going with that story. Oh, before that I had a 94 F250 turbo diesel. So that was the 7.3 liter IDI. So all I've ever had is Fords. But when I was shopping for this truck, I looked at all three. And I wanted a diesel engine. I've always driven a diesel. I don't intend to drive anything else. And so looked at the diesels. Chevy priced themselves out of it. Literally, Chevy was a good $5,000 to $10,000 above both Dodge and Ford. And at the time, in my opinion, Ford had the thing that won me over was Ford had the more proven engine and the 6.7. Well, I forgot to put this part on right there. That's kind of sad. So actually I need to take these back off. Hang them over to the side again. Take that off. Don't you hate when you do that? So I don't necessarily have a brand. We're actually loosely shopping for a new vehicle for my wife, and so right now it's Ford and Toyota are the two that have made the short list. Don't know which one it'll be. I'll let you know when I know. Like I said, I just detest changing batteries. I think because both the trucks I've had previous had all kinds of electrical problems. I don't know, they seem to eat batteries like nobody's business. Hopefully this truck doesn't start doing that. And the reason I went with Autocraft, it's from Advanced Auto Parts, is because that's who had the batteries. The other places in town, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to buy what was the, I'm trying to think of one of the names that I saw. Anyway, literally the name was like Value Power or something like that. Actually, I think the Value Power is what the value brand name of Autocraft was. That's the only one I could find. And that's the only other ones I could find. I guess a lot of people are looking for new batteries right now because of the impending cold weather, which is fine. And like I said, I was going to go with these were like $150 a piece. No, $160 a piece. The AGM, what is it? Glass mat, yeah, something glass, absorbent glass mat, something like that. The AGM batteries were $194 a piece. They were a little bit more expensive, but I wanted to at least try them out. I don't know how they would handle, but it's always good to try things at least once. So let me get switched over to the other battery and we'll do it. Alright, on to the next battery. See if we can avoid making the mistake of dropping one of these little bars. This has the same type setup there. So we'll get it loose. I actually do not do that much maintenance on my own vehicles, mostly because I don't want to. I have changed the oil in this truck a grand total of 3 times. Other than that, I haven't touched it. I check the oil on occasion, and that's about it. Other than that, the dealer does all the work. Mostly because I just don't want to. I could save quite a bit of money, but it's one of those things that you make decisions in life, and my decision is I don't like working on my vehicles. The only reason I'm replacing this, it actually goes to Ford on Thursday for an oil change, and I just don't want to wait till Thursday to put new batteries in it, or have them actually do the batteries. That tells you how much I detest working on vehicles. This truck is bone stock. It has no tuner. It has no nothing. It's exactly as it is the day it came off the assembly line and was delivered to the dealer. I haven't modified it. The only thing I've really added to it is a bed cover. Can you tell that vehicles are very utilitarian to me? They have one purpose, and that is to get me from point A to point B and do their job when it comes, in my case, like towing and stuff like that. I would rather spend my money on, say, a John Deere 4066. Right? Couldn't get too many more things attached to this terminal right here. Could you? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Good grief. You stay there. Figured you wouldn't. That just means it's going to be a pain when I go to put the battery back in here. Alright. Alright, let me go put the jacket and everything, and then I'll bring the new battery back over here. Alright. The new battery in here. Dropping parts everywhere. Okay. So I need to put that on there. Back on. I really don't want these red caps coming off. Okay. Put that on there. Where did I put my bracket? Okay, it's gotta be sitting right here in front of me. I didn't make the same mistake twice. I guess that's good news. Why don't this one go in here? There we go. Alright. Now tighten the stupid things down. What else can I tell you about the truck? I don't know. Pretty much it. Love how it tows. Most I put behind it, well actually, largest gross vehicle weight was somewhere around 21,000 pounds. Maybe 22,000. Truck itself weighs 7,700 pounds. I mean, nothing I've put behind it would really tax it at all. When the gross weight was 21 or 22,000, that's actually probably one of the hottest days I've ever driven it. We drove. That's actually when we were moving. 24-foot deck over trailer. External temp was, I don't know, 101, 102, I believe. Pulled like a dream. No problems whatsoever. That's why, one of the reasons I bought it. Let's see how long it takes before these battery connections start to corrode. That's normally my luck, as I change the batteries, and as soon as I change the batteries, the connections start to corrode and get all crappy and everything else, and before long I'm replacing batteries every 2 years. So there we go, new batteries. We'll see if it starts. I suppose that's important. Well, I don't want to spend too much time with it running because the shop's closed. But let's get the camera up and we'll see if it starts. It cranks. That's all that matters. So, yeah, that's good news. We'll take it out first time about 12 hours from now. Actually, less than 12 hours from now. So, thanks for watching. Just changing the batteries on the truck, doing things I don't normally do but need to do. One thing I will say about this truck compared to my previous ones, this one has generally no trouble whatsoever starting in cold weather. I've routinely started, it's set outside down to, with no engine block heater or anything, it's set outside down to -10 or so, and it's just fine. Starts right up. I mean, it's very cold, but overall the truck itself, cold starting ability has just been amazing. I am concerned this week, being -30, not something we normally see on every year. It's been that cold before. I've got just straight #1 diesel fuel in it right now instead of #2 or a blend. Well, actually, probably 80% #1. So it should be just fine. But yeah, so now I just got to figure out what I want to do with those batteries for the time being. Because I mean, I don't necessarily need them right now because I have, if you look at anything, I've got gracious plenty of batteries already piled up in this mess of a workshop. Mostly I got the one in the back. There's a 6-volt out of the 820, and then I've got all of my various batteries that I use to start machines and whatnot. The one right there I've got on a trickle charger. That's one I use for the 110s and stuff like that, but there's no reason for me to leave them in the cold. So I've got a couple of machines in the new shed. That automotive, the blue one right there, the third one in line, it goes in the 140. So I think it goes in 140. But anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate your support.